So even after the filmed incident, Nintendo is not going to fire their Russian CEO Yasha Hadaji, which is shocking. Let's get into it.
Skip it up and that up.
So if you remember, like back in mid-November, I made a video saying how there was a live stream that they do in Russia, Nintendo of Russia, called Level Up Days. And the CEO was on there, Yasha Hadaji, basically cursing out his employees, calling them quite a bit of names, and he was caught red-handed doing it. And there was videos made about it, and a lot of people thought that once Nintendo got their hands on that video, that they would fire the guy. There's also been, rumors and not even rumors beyond them, things where he would purposely try to make certain games scarce because he thinks they wouldn't sell over there. There's also, this is rumor, that he would be vindictive to certain employees if they tried to speak out against him. That can't be proven, but yeah, he doesn't sound like the greatest of guys. Well, Nintendo did an investigation into what happened over there, and they're not firing him. They gave him a warning, but they're going to let him remain as CEO of Nintendo of Russia. And they actually released a statement about it. This is what they had to say. Nintendo initiated a thorough investigation into each of the allegations made against General Manager of Nintendo Russia, Mr. Yasha Hadaji. While the result of the investigation acknowledged that Mr. Hadaji's loss of temper on display in the video has at times also been observed in the office, none of the allegations of harassment brought forth in the wake of the video were substantiated by the investigation. Mr. Hadaji fully acknowledges that his conduct related to him losing his temper is a breach of our code of conduct and expresses his remorse to all those affected by it. He has received a formal warning and has issued an apology letter to all Nintendo Russia employees. Our top priority is to ensure a safe and supportive working environment for all employees. It's because of these values that we committed to a full and thorough investigation into each of the allegations against Mr. Hadaji. Going forward, Nintendo of Europe will be provided more resources to Nintendo Russia to support their efforts to bring Nintendo products and experiences to Russian players. We want to ensure that the code of conduct of all our employees is in line with Nintendo's company values, and we remain committed to upholding these standards in the future. So yeah, I'm shocked too. I thought, okay, claims behind the scenes where he said, she said, or he said, she said, whatever, are claims, and if they can't be substantiated, they can't be substantiated. If there's no evidence behind it, what can you do? Okay? But I thought the video of him losing his mind would have been enough. I thought that would have been enough, not just to write him up, but to actually get rid of him. But I guess not. I guess they think that his performance is satisfactory. I hear that Nintendo Russia has limited resources, and I guess for limited resources that he has, he's doing an adequate job. I can't picture, especially with the PR nightmare this must have been for Nintendo, them just keeping him for the hell of it. I'm sure they could have found someone else to fill his shoes. I'm sure even though Nintendo Russia is a blip on Nintendo's radar and Nintendo isn't that big over there, that it pays well, they could have found someone to replace him. I just think that, okay, he had a screw up, he flipped out on camera, the rest of the allegations against him can't be proven, so we'll write him up and we'll keep an eye on him. If anything, what it sounds like what might be a blessing in disguise with this, whether you like this guy or not, I still think he seems like a shady character, is that Nintendo Russia may get more resources now. Maybe they'll get more for advertising. Maybe they'll get more to do live streams, maybe for social media networking and so on and so forth. They can hire more staff, more employees. And maybe the reason why Yasha Hadaji was as uptight as he was is because he's under a lot of stress because he can't get things done that he wants to because he doesn't have the funds to do it. So maybe even though this guy who does seem like a shady character didn't get fired, these extra funds will help Nintendo of Russia improve and grow. And maybe he will change his ways. Most people don't, but we'll have to wait and see. I am sure if Nintendo thought this guy was really that terrible or had any inclination that he was, which, yeah, he looked terrible on camera, but I flipped out on camera, they would have gotten rid of him. So they must see something there because they wouldn't want to continue this PR disaster if they really thought that he would be trouble. So we'll have to wait and see, and we'll see what happens in the future with the Russian Nintendo president and see how things go. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.
Hey, congratulations! If you made it to the end of the video, you should subscribe to Review Tech USA so you can hear me blabber on some more. Also, too, starting this month, I will be live streaming solely on Twitch. I'll have a link to my Twitch channel below in the description. And last but not least, make sure you click that like button. It helps out the show big time. See you guys in the next video.